Hey everybody, I'm Josh Constine with TechCrunch TV, backstage at TechCrunch Disrupt New York, and I'm here with SV Angel's Ron Conway. Thanks for talking with us today. I wanted to ask a little bit about what you think is going to happen with the shift in jobs. Like, how does the country handle individuals displaced by the shift of jobs that comes from the rise of software, robotics, and automation?
Well, I think it's essential that we all realize for every engineer that a tech company hires, that company ends up needing 4 entry-level support workers for the infrastructure around each engineer. So the tech industry is, in fact, creating more entry-level jobs than it's displacing. And these are well-known statistics done by economists. And so the tech industry continues, in my opinion, and we have data that supports that, continues to contribute jobs to the economy, net.
Sure, I definitely understand that more employees get hired, especially at the entry level, to help support those tech workers. But overall, I mean, do you imagine that robotics is going to displace some sort of menial job workers?
Yes, but what I say is for every menial job that gets displaced, there will be a new software eats the world application where the tech industry actually creates net more jobs. I think that's been the case throughout history, and my prediction is that will continue to happen.
But do you think that that's going to happen sort of geographically centered in the way the jobs used to be, or will we see a major shift from, say, jobs overseas to the States, or parts of those infrastructural workers and entry level workers working other places? Will it change the makeup of the job market and unemployment in the United States?
Yes, I think geographically there are going to be shifts in where the employment takes place. I'm just thinking right now of, Apple has made several announcements about made in California or made in the United States. I think tech companies are starting to say, hey, we do have a responsibility wherever we can to try and do manufacturing in the United States. And I think a lot of companies are thinking that way.
And so what does the country do as a whole to change the education system to be able to prepare more people for the new kind of jobs that we're creating?
Not to sound contrite, but code.org is a movement in this country where we are trying to get every kid in school who wants to learn how to code, especially girls. There's this awesome organization called Girls Who Code. But Hadi Partovi with code.org, we're going in voluntarily getting schools to adopt it, and then we're going to state legislatures and asking them, please allow high schools who teach kids how to code to get credit in the college system for those classes, so it counts as a math class.
But will it take some more government heavy-handedness to say, like, this has to be part of the curriculum for there to be real change? Not just in sort of schools that are more flexible and have the money to change, but especially in like public schools where they're the places that are producing a lot of those entry-level workers that we're talking about. But if we want them to be able to have a better life, like, how can those public schools be producing more trained workers?
I think it'll be organic. It's just common sense that there are huge amounts of jobs in coding and in technology, and these schools have to prepare these kids for employment. And not having a coding class, isn't logical. I think it'll be grassroots. Local school boards will approve it, and then to the state legislature to approve it to count for college application credits. And that's all happening organically all over the country. It's a real movement that's for the better of the country.
Great. So it seems like it is becoming a real movement that people learn to code, but I think we're going to need another level of intensity and stress put on how important this is going to be for the future for our workers to be have the right skills for the jobs that are coming up for the next generation. So thanks very much for talking with us about this, Ron.
It's a pleasure.